Hello and welcome back to Wrongmar. In today's maths lesson we're taking a look at bar charts again. Today our Walt is to draw and read a bar chart correctly. But let's warm up first. I'm going to show you a bar chart. Can you remember what each of the labelled parts are called? Ready? Okay, have a look at this. So when you're ready, pause the video and tell me what is part A, what is part B, what is part C, and what is part D. Try to remember from the last lesson. Pause the video when you're ready. Well, did you remember all four parts? A was the title, B is the bar or the bars, C is the scale, and D are the labels. Well done if you remembered all four. They're going to be important today. Let's jump into the lesson. Here's a tally chart. Using everything you've learned about data over the last week, how many different ways would you be able to show this data on a graph? I can think of at least 3 different types of graphs you could draw. See if you can think of all 3. Pause the video and write down your answers. Well, the 3 different types of graphs we talked about were pictograms, block charts, and bar charts. Well done if you remembered all 3 types of chart. We're going to take a closer look at bar charts today, because they're the most useful type of graph we can learn about at the moment. So remember from yesterday, bar charts are a little bit different to pictograms and block charts because of the way that we read them. Instead of counting pictures or counting blocks, we read off this numbered scale. Let's take a closer look at our ice cream bar chart. Okay, so here's our tally. That's all correct. Oh, I've made a mistake. There is one mistake on this bar chart somewhere. I've done something wrong. Can you pause the video and find where I've made my mistake? Use the tally to help you. Pause the video when you're ready. I hope you noticed before I did, I mixed up the chocolate and the mint bar. They should look like this instead. That's better. Now we've got a proper bar chart that's accurate. Remember from yesterday, every bar chart has got a title, it's got a numbered scale, it's got bars, and it's got labels. Now, here's the advanced class, the extra piece of information for today's lesson. This is very, very fancy maths language we're learning here. As well as those 4 important parts, there are 2 extra ones I want you to remember. Every bar chart has got an x-axis, that is the line that goes along the bottom, and a y-axis, that's the line that goes up to the top. The way to remember this is a capital Y is a tall letter, so it's the tall line, whereas an X is not tall, so it's the not tall letter. When you're drawing your own graphs, you'll have to draw the X and the Y axis yourself. I wonder if you already know how to draw a bar chart properly with all of the parts. Say an alien popped up and for some reason they really wanted to know how to draw a bar chart. I don't know what they want it for, but they really want to know. What steps would you give them in the simplest possible instructions? Pause the video and write down, let's say 5 steps of how to draw a bar chart. And try not forget any of the important features. Pause the video and try write down the 5 steps. Go through the steps and see if you managed to mention all of them. First up, you need some data. Without data, you can't draw anything. When you've got that, the first thing you want to do is draw your X and Y axis onto your paper. Make sure your lines are nice and straight. Second step, take a look at your data and write your number scale up the y-axis. Step number 3, write your labels under the x-axis. Step 4, using a ruler, draw your bars using the data on your chart as neatly as you can. Remember, only go up as high as the number on the chart. And number 5, write your title up above the bar chart so everybody knows what it's about. And that's how you draw a bar chart. Did you get all of those steps in your instructions? Before I send you off to draw some bar charts of your own, take a look at this very poorly done bar chart. This one I was very lazy on, and I didn't finish it properly at all. Can you find all of the parts that I left out on this bar chart? Pause the video and see if you can find them all. Well, there was quite a lot missing on that bar chart. First of all, there was no title, so you didn't know what it was really about. Second of all, I didn't put any number scale on this side at all. Next, I left out one of the bars. And finally, I forgot to label the bars under the x-axis. Did you find all 4 mistakes? I'm sure you won't make the same mistakes when you're doing your bar charts later on. Okay, it's time for you to put those skills to the test. I'm going to send you off to do a few practice drawings of your own. Remember, don't forget the x-axis, the y-axis, the scaled numbers, the labels, the bars, and of course, the title. If you do all that, your graph is going to be fantastic. Our waltz for today was to draw and read a bar chart correctly. If you can do that now, you're ready to jump into the practice activities down below. If you need to go back over the video to refresh yourself, that's okay too. That's all we have time for today. Until next time, take care.